Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. While having dinner and wine at the pub with Jada, Stephanie casually mentions that she had another sexual encounter with Alex. What does that mean for them? Jada wonders. Stephanie sighs and continues, I have no idea. According to Jada, it's acceptable to have sex occasionally with friends, but judging by Stephanie's expression, she questions whether she wants more. Remembering how they used to carve pumpkins when Alex was younger, Justin brings one to Alex's apartment. Justin believed that since Alex works so much, it would be an excellent chance to connect. But Justin also brought alcohol in case he doesn't want to eat pumpkin guts. They talk about body and soul after catching up on Xander's problems while drinking on Alex's couch. The latter subject prompts Alex to acknowledge that he and Stephanie are no longer just friends. Justin laughs as he brings a brown paper bag and a pumpkin to Alex's apartment. While the soap star practices her lines, Nancy surprises Bonnie at the mansion. Nancy chooses to discuss body and soul, rather updating Bonnie on her life. She professes her admiration for Bonnie's part before stating modestly that she discovered that BNS is still hiring in a soap magazine. She hoped that Bonnie would speak well of her daughter Joy. More, NCIS explains Gibbs' sad past. After leaving Sweet Bits, Chanel gives Johnny a ring to ask if he wants to go out to dinner. While enjoying a beer at small bar, Johnny pretends to be stuck at the studio. However, she wasn't there when he passed the bakery. I was running an errand, she explains. Outside Alex's apartment, Johnny remembers hearing her and Alex decide to hide something from her clueless spouse. A young brunette sags into a seat behind Johnny as he stews at the bar. She needs a drink after spending the entire day traveling with her mother. She begs Johnny to place her order while she uses the restroom, though, because she needs to clean herself beforehand. Joy returns and rants about her mother while sipping the drink that is waiting for her on the bar. An indifferent Johnny yells that he isn't listening to her when she asks whether he is. There are other people with issues, too. She stands up to go, but he stops her and introduces himself in a more courteous manner. He invites her to Salem after learning her name is Joy, Alex Ann Hopkins. He claims that Midwesterners are generally kind. His wife's infidelity is the only reason he's feeling down. Sitting at the bar with beer bottles at small bar, Joy casts a sidelong glance at an irate Johnny. Chanel discusses the surprise party she is organizing for Johnny on set when she meets Paulina for dinner in the square. Chanel responds that Alex is already on board when Paulina offers to assist. Paulina questions whether that's a smart move. Chanel thinks Johnny will see there's nothing to be envious of after they get through the first romantic moment tomorrow. Paulina doesn't believe it. Alex informs his father at his house that he and Stephanie will not be reconciling. The first time it didn't work out. Why would the second one? Additionally, they are both moving on from people. Justin notes that the other two individuals have left. In any case, Alex does not believe that they are destined to be. It took a while for them to become friends again because he is aware of how severely he messed up in the past. However, Justin notes that they are more than just buddies. Alex calls the entire situation a mistake as he sighs and describes how Stephanie bolted out of there this morning. Do you agree that it was? Asks Justin. Alex claims that since Stephanie isn't very interested in him, it doesn't matter. He draws Justin's focus away from the pumpkin. On Alex's couch, Justin and Alex hold beer bottles and converse. More, John Black is absent from Salem. Stephanie tells Jada at the pub that neither she nor Alex desire anything more than what they already have. There are still feelings there, according to a suspicious Jada. Stephanie is certain that Alex doesn't share her sentiments, therefore she doesn't want to take the chance of losing their friendship. Jada questions whether she has asked him. Stephanie hasn't, since what if he doesn't return the favor? He was also a bad boyfriend and a player. According to Jada, people may change. Stephanie thinks he has, but to what extent? She concludes that their current situation bothers her. It feels irresponsible, unsatisfying, and just wrong to have friends with benefits. So, exclusively buddies from now on. No more sexual relations. If you say so, laughs Jada as she takes a sip of her wine and Nancy informs Bonnie of Joy's stubbornness and feistiness at the Kiriakis' mansion. She is also lost. On BNS, she might discover her calling. Bonnie would be happy to recommend Joy in order to guarantee that she receives an audition. Joy hears Johnny express his erroneous suspicion that Chanel and Alex are having an affair at the bar. Joy refers to his wife as a ruthless jerk. However, Johnny states solemnly that she isn't. Since it would be real if he confronted her, he would do whatever to make it not be. She believes that he shouldn't allow things to stay this way. Johnny is aware that he must face Chanel as soon as possible. Tonight? Inquires Joy. No, he replies, meeting her gaze. Not this evening. Therefore, we decided to ask viewers directly on Facebook how they feel. And because we were treated to 3 days of soap operas this week, it felt appropriate to share what we discovered. The outcomes? We're prepared to wager that nobody is particularly surprised by them. The majority of fans deemed it a miss. Among other things. Of course, not everyone was in agreement. Some folks find it enjoyable. However, they are quite rare. In fact, 95% of Facebook responses, according to our most recent tally, were from people who despise the social media platform. The main issue with the show is that, even if Body and Soul has some positive things to offer, a sizable portion of its audience has already left and will never return. Linda Beck wrote, "It's complete garbage. Additionally, I don't watch the episode when I see it's on, like it was today. How disrespectful to the seasoned performers who must put up with this bullshit. An unqualified and complete miss." At the Body and Soul office, Bonnie chats animatedly with Abe and Kate. Similar remarks were made by Sabrina Rials, who wrote, "I read recaps, and if it mentions Body and Soul, I skip watching the show." Furthermore, Debbie Doyle is unable to see past the ridiculousness of the way it is being handled. "I fast forward through every scene that has to do with the Body and Soul plot," she said. "It's absurd that they could just hire locals to play actors and that they simply went ahead and purchased the rights to the now-cancelled serial opera. I don't like it. I think I'm a tremendous miss." Others simply skip over it, but that's obviously more difficult when Days of Our Lives' entire episodes are devoted to it. And part of the issue might be having so much Body and Soul. Cheryl Weckesser Heights observed, "It was entertaining at first, but now it's just aggravating." Go on. However, as we mentioned, some people still find it enjoyable for a variety of reasons, including the novelty of it. Wanda Morton declared, "It's definitely better than watching the wash, rinse, and repeat plots." John Johnson retorted, "It's good, silly fun, and it uses characters we don't usually see front burner. Makes me think of One Life to Live's Fraternity Row." And Lisa Rose Harder, who makes meta-jokes about daytime TV. "That's hilarious," she said. "It's entertaining to watch them make fun of the genre." Days, Johnny confronts Chanel. Naturally, we've reached a stage when things aren't all fun and games anymore. In fact, we're beginning to witness some fairly significant fallout from the soap opera, particularly this week. Johnny's jealous outburst has put his marriage to Chanel in jeopardy. It should, at the very least, come after his call to her. In drunken revenge for the failed affair, Johnny might have even had sex with Chloe's younger sister, Joy. Additionally, Stephanie and Alex have gotten back in touch after a protracted separation, albeit that might be finished because of the PR disaster surrounding the hookup start. The important thing is that things are happening today that go beyond ridiculous behind-the-scenes antics. But that's similar to that old mental exercise, does a tree make a sound if it falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it? Because all of this drama could be like trees falling in an empty forest with no one left to watch if people are already ignoring Body and Soul.